So you might have heard that it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something, or it takes 10,000 hours to be really good at something. This is actually based on research, and that is like the objective benchmark that they look at when they see people that are really successful, really high achievers that have objectively become really, really good at a certain skill or talent or whatever it is. But the specific thing that is happening within those 10,000 hours is something called deliberate practice. And this is actually what allows people to get better. We could listen to music for 10,000 hours, but that doesn't mean that we're a musician. We could watch TV for 10,000 hours. I'm definitely on my way there. Doesn't mean that I'm a television producer or an actor or an expert in storytelling. What does allow people to become an expert within those 10,000 hours is deliberate practice. And so the 4 steps in deliberate practice is to have a stretch goal, something that's outside of your current ability, to give your undivided attention and effort, to seek feedback on your performance, and then repeat the process. So, deliberate practice. You set your stretch goal. This is a specific aspect of your performance, and you're trying to improve a weakness. So if I was re-recording this podcast and I was setting a specific goal related to my performance and a weakness, I would say I would type out and better organize the way that I'm going to go through this episode rather than just looking through my notes from the semester, which Sam, who's editing this, has probably realized that this is probably not the most effective and efficient way to record this, and that I could have probably structured this out before recording. So what I would do is I would set that goal. I would say I'm going to outline and write out and organize the entire flow of the episode and the examples I want to bring up and how much time I want to allocate to each topic and the arc that this episode is going to follow. That's the weakness that I'm addressing. It's specific. It's a little bit outside of my skill set of what I've done in previous episodes, but it's something that I can achieve. And then I'm going to give my undivided attention and effort and strive to reach that goal. So I'm going to lock in, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to go through my notes, I'm going to type them up, I'm going to write out all the parts of this episode and give my attention and effort towards this specific goal. Then I'm going to seek feedback. So I'll send it to Sam and say, hey, Sam, what do you think about this outline on this episode? Does this make sense? Is it intuitive? I'll ask you guys. I'll say, I outline this episode rather than just kind of hopping on the mic and going through my notes. What did you think? Was it more effective? Did you feel like it was easier to follow? Did you feel like you had more takeaways? What were your thoughts? So get feedback on how it went, compare the two, see if there's an improvement, and then I would repeat. So I would continue to outline episodes. I would continue to be more intentional with the way I'm presenting information, continue to get feedback, continue to devote my attention and focus. And then you repeat in this framework, the deliberate practice framework, you repeat until conscious incompetence becomes unconscious competence, which I thought is kind of like a fun, interesting way to explain that. So until the weakness that you're aware of becomes something that you're no longer aware of because you're so good at it. And if you're like, this it's like not very fun way to approach my goals and a lot of work, it's true. Deliberate practice is more effortful and less enjoyable, something that takes a lot of time and attention and mental and physical effort, but this is how we get better. This is how we actually measurably improve in our goals.